Buenos noches, señores y señoritas. Soy Baron. Alright. That may or may not be because I've had a few beers. And a chocolate ice cream cake. How do you like me now? But, yep. Playing on 1.31, the new patch. The thing that we all knew would cure all of our problems and sicknesses and diseases. That I may have been overselling it a bit there, but yeah, 1.31, the new patch. Had all been waiting for it for a while as a result of 1.29, meaning in most of our heads we were hoping that the problems with 1.29 would have been fixed. Come on, man. Stop running away from me. Aha! And I would say that this is kind of reminiscent of 1.29 in that, you know, when the patch initially comes out, there's a lot of issues. There's a lot of negative hype. Man, my aiming's not good. I blame the chocolate cake. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the things that were implemented and were not implemented. Man, I need to get on my game right here. Time to die. That's right. That's how it's done. So, the first notable omniscient, is that the correct word? I don't know. Is the economy model. There was a lot of talk about this new economy model. Now, granted, Gaijin has said that they are going to implement it at a later date. Which will be probably 1 or 2 weeks from now, which is a shame, quite frankly. Just like that guy wasting a bomber into a destroyer. And me shooting down this Dauntless like a boss. It's a shame for him. By like a boss, I mean I'm gonna miss fantastically. Cut holes in his wings. Sink his elevator. Go down. Would you give up? And, so that's a shame because I know a lot of people were saving up a considerable amount of Silver Lions in order to buy new aircraft. I think on the forums, some guy's status was he had saved up 20 million Silver Lions. Now I'm just under 1 million Silver Lions, so I know, or it's safe to say that a lot of people will not be buying, you know, a lot of the new aircraft that came out because 1.31 was the aircraft patch. Unless, of course, you were British. Sorry, chaps. But you know what? Look at that. Delayed reflexes. And that brings up a great point right there. That kind of shows the new damage model in action. I think I hit that thing twice. That was a bomber. But now I'm chasing this SB2M, which has the capacity to dogfight like the best of them. Kind of echoing some other issues that most people are having with the game. Now, I'm obviously a big fan of the game. But you know what? This is... Aw, Boomerang. Where are your cannon rounds, son? What am I waiting for? I'm waiting to hit the target. So yeah, the economy model. It's time to pull up because my friends are Derposaurus Rexes and they enjoy shooting through me. That's arcade for you. If you're watching this and you do that, you need to learn. So we're going to start with the Americans. What was added and what was not added into 1.31? Well, the things that were added, we got the very beastly and powerful P-36A and P-36C Hawks, which are at tiers 2 and 3. And yeah, you drop that torpedo and run, because you're dead. That's right. He got that off right in time, though. Well done, sir. Your death will hopefully be in vain. So the new Hawk aircraft, lower tiered, and I don't think those were necessarily very needed. Because I think the biggest need that the Americans had, even more so, granted the tier 2 and 3, it was a need, but it was a very minor need. Where's this derp? Hey! Congratulations! I'm still gonna get it. Because I will it. That's why. Cannon rounds are back. If I could hit this thing. Ha! I willed it not. But yeah, so the biggest need was a fighter or even an attacker, something between level 13, the Mustang, and level 20, the Sabre. There was nothing put there, and a lot of the American players were asking for that. Granted, this is still in beta and relatively early patches, but that brings up an interesting point, I think. It's relatively early on in the patches, so you gotta... What's with people running into ships and stuff? You need to add the things that will fill out the trees in the manner that will, I guess, meet the needs of the nations more. So the Americans got 2 premium aircraft. Now I'd like to stress the point that they are premium aircraft, so you have to spend golden eagles on them. You can't buy them. You have to spend real money on that. Get out of my way. Man, my aim is atrocious today. But yeah, so 2 premium aircraft at tiers 8 and 14, the XP-55 and the XP-50. XP-55 is a pretty cool aircraft, do not get me wrong. I had a lot of fun testing that on the dev server. But it's not a historical battle aircraft from what I've gathered. It's very vulnerable. Yeah, that's right. Cannons up in here. BB-1. If I could hit this thing, huh? Morbid. But yeah, so what I was saying is, yeah, 2 premium aircraft. That's kind of a shame. No other nation got premium aircraft, just the Americans. I'm not really sure what that's all about. They are very cool planes. They're very enjoyable to fly. The XP-50 is pretty formidable. But it's not what the Americans needed most. And to have the new aircraft needing to be purchased, not really sure what that's all about. And Americans were also supposed to have considerable flight model changes in the P-38, P-47, and P-51, and furthermore, to complement that, the P-38, P-47, and, or excuse me, the P-47 and the P-51 were also supposed to get kind of 2 aircraft. Oh, I'd love to hit that Air Cobra. And the P-51's flight model was not touched. It may have been in the dev server, but it was not in the patching. The P-38, from what I understand, on the dev server, its performance was significantly modified, whereas in this patch, it was kind of dulled down to what we experienced on the dev server. Now, that is just what I've heard right now. Why is that guy not going up with me? Why would you turn right in front of me? It's been a while since I played our arcade. But you know what? My aim's still bad. Historical or arcade, my aim's just bad. I don't know what it is. But you know what? The new damage models are a little favorable there. I was fortunate. How are we at? Huh. I feel like I'm not really paying attention, but I'm still having a decent day in arcade. So I think I'm a little disappointed about the P-38. The counter argument, it is the earlier model of the P-38. So you could say, come on, why fly in a straight line? Even when I'm this terrible of an aim. But yeah, so, and then there's the P-47 and P-51. P-51's flight model, not changed at all. I was really, really looking forward to becoming a P-51 pilot in an arcade. Someone's trying to shoot me. A little rude, I'm talking here. And I'm dead. So that's the Americans. Now we'll move on to the Germans. Now, from what I understand, there are... Ooh, look at that, KF-45. We're not there yet, bro. Kind of jumped the gun. Oh, was that my first plane? Chocolate cake, guys. Not bad. So, the Germans. The Bf-109s, I've heard that their maneuverability in terms of, you know, lateral movements, rolls, stuff like that, they're very sluggish, even more so than in 1.29. So it's almost like they got hit a little hard in terms of flight model changes. They weren't, you know, given the opportunity to become better. They got worse, and that is a shame. So I think a lot of Bf-109 pilots are a little upset right now. Looks like I have stealth ammo on right now. 10 Gs. Because we're on that fitness program. That's right. Yeah, damage model, I tell you what, it is amped up right now. The economy model is not anything. Is my team terrible? Is everyone dead? Can't really tell. Alright, so we'll check our surroundings. Looks like someone's shooting at us. But, yeah, so that's all there really is to it, the Germans. Something's shooting at us very rudely, mind you. And that brings us to the British. How perfect is that? Getting killed by a Hurricane and Beaufighter combination. For all you chaps out there, you didn't get anything, and that's a shame too. You kind of got to spread the love. Give each nation at least one aircraft, in my personal opinion. So we're gonna bring out the Boomerang Mach 2, and then Japan. They got 4 KF-45s. That is something the Japanese needed. They did need a twin-engine heavy fighter, something to be decent at ground attack, and also to hunt bombers. Kind of give what, you know, they have weaker turn fighters and dog fighters. So to give them that, love these cannons, man. Tell you what, things are just magic right now. So imagine with the P-39, you one-hit something. You hit something with a 37 and it is going down. But, so I agree with the Japanese, but I think by raising the climbing rate of the Russians, and I think one of the only historical battles... No! I'm on fire. Gotta kill something else before I die. Stop. Stop. Is the Russians. Now, they got the most new aircraft, and also a lot of people are really unhappy with the flight models of the Lavochkin 5 and Lavochkin 7. And on top of that, they got the Yak 9P, which was an absolute beast of an aircraft. Now, while the Japanese KF-45s, from what I understand, are not able to change their firing between 2 buttons, you know, left and right, mouse button or whatever most people use in historical battles when it's really advantageous to do something like that, they're not able to do that. So they're really not very viable in terms of historical battles, these KA-45s, which would have done well. Where are you at, son? Looked like I hit him right there. Saw some pieces coming off. But we were chasing this Lavochkin Lag 3. But yeah, the Russians definitely got the best end of patch. Oh yeah, I got my flaps on. Dirt. Don't shoot at me. Whoa, brother. Alright. You know, when in Rome. What do we got on our tail? So, 5 new aircraft. Aside, I'm not really counting those level 1 premiums. Because, you know, each nation got one. It's not really... Oh, trees. That's a problem. Not good to fly into trees. But yeah, I mean, there's kind of the irony is that this patch is coming out at the same time or a day or two before Gaijin is announcing, I did not kill that guy. That's lame. Hurricane on hurricane. Friendly fire happens. But yeah, Russians get 5 new aircraft, more so than any other nation. And we are obviously barring out the level 1 premiums. You see me? How do you not see me? What are you doing? Where are you at? There you are. Nope. I gotta kill someone here. It's not my time to die. So yeah, while I'm dueling with my Hurricane, which is something I want to try out in historical, I've been reading a lot into the history of aircraft. I want to get a lot better. And I also want to shoot down this Chaika here, who's letting me outturn him. Because I use flaps and brakes, son. Know your stuff. Yep, losing all my speed. And you're dead. Very soon. I can feel it. Tail control. Not looking good for you. And jammed guns. Needing to reload. Crash! Yeah! 5 seconds. Got a Gladiator up in here. But, I want to know, what should have been added, you know, in your opinion? For one, P-51 flight models, but I'm a little biased to Americans because I really want to get into P-51 historical battle flying. Get off my junk, Buffalo. That was a bit disappointing. Ooh, right out of that plane. So we're at 15 kills right now, but now we're on our last plane. We have to start playing conservatively. Hopefully there's only 4 ground targets left. Let's see. Yes. 5 ground targets. We can do that. Medium tank. Aw, and 3 destroyers. We're gonna have to do the old reload. But, I don't know. I remember when 1.29 came out, there was changes to, it was a lot more difficult to maneuver in arcade mode. Furthermore, it was a lot easier to die. You better not troll me, destroyer. Is anyone else alive on my team? Or is this a one-man deal? Good. Breaking away. We got this guy. Where is everyone else on my team? Is this a team effort? I hope so. And I guess we should drop 2 bombs in order to reload my bomb supply enough to hit both. Ooh, I don't think those are good enough. No, that's a fail bomb. Out of bombs in 58 seconds. We're gonna go for this. No, he's dead. Yep, so there's going to be, expect a lot of mini patches in the future. Gaijin will probably be doing stuff to fix a lot of concerns. There's going to be a bunch of various, you know, communities within each nation kind of complaining about certain things. And that is to be expected. No ships left. Probably have bombs by the time I get to that pillbox. And I'm gonna get it, and that hurricane will take out that. Nope. SBD3, you better do it. I got things to do. B5N2. They're worried about him. Yep, so that's just thinking out loud. Bombs away. Will you please take that bomber out? Medium tank out, whatever.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
You're gonna come at me, aren't you? That's right. So, my overall impression of 1.31, it could have been epic. But they, I don't know, like 1.29, I think it's safe to say most people were not too pleased about it, especially at the beginning. And there was a lot of fixes to try to make it a little better. So, yeah, Russia got the best end of the deal in 1.31. The British and the Germans, you could argue, got the worst. There may have been some flight models to the British. I'm not as well up to date, despite the fact that I was just playing them in arcade. And I'm not premium yet, and I haven't bought any of the new planes. And I'm waiting to buy the new planes once the economy update has happened, because you'll get a lot better savings. But I mean, this is something interesting. I got 16 aircraft, right? And 51,000 silver lines. That's because it's still the 1.29 economy model. I'm really curious what would have happened had we been on the 1.31, what the economy model we should have seen. Because I know on 1.27 this is probably like 120, 130 silver lines. Glorious! But, yeah, let's check it out. Americans. 2 Hawk aircraft, level 2, level 3. And then we have the XP-55 at tier 8. And the XP-50 at tier 14, or yeah, tier 14. Then we also have the premium level 1, which is the one I opted for. Slight flight model change to the P-38. Slight flight model change to the P-47. No flight model change to the P-51, and no new aircraft for P-47 and P-51. Bit of a shame. Germany, you got your cannons. But from what I understand, it basically replaced what was the default cannon arrangement, to where once you buy this aircraft, you have to start with a lesser cannon arrangement, and therefore a lesser 1-second burst mass and lesser armament, and then work your way up there through playing the aircraft. So it kind of, you could argue that it was a nerf, perhaps, and that's G6, G10, K4. Then we'll get to the Russians last. British, sorry guys, just nothing going on, unfortunately. Japanese, you got your KF-45, Ko, Otsu, Tei, and Hei. And this is the one that has these guys. These are bomber hunting guns. Night fighters love to use these upward facing 20 and 30 millimeter cannons. I'll probably do a little more information in a later video on those. This is really cool World War II tech. This was almost done specifically for night fighters, but we'll get into that in a later time. And then finally, the Russians. Didn't really need a tier 6 fighter as they already had one. Didn't really need a tier 4 fighter as they had a tier 3, and you could argue that some of their tier 1s and their tier 2s, where are you, Mr. I-16? All of these are very capable. And so they got that too. Then you got the Yak-9P, which was an absolute beast of a fighter. And you got your LA-7B20, another LA-7. And a lot of people are claiming right now that the LA-5, LA-7, and LA-7B all fly like UFOs. So it's the invasion of the Red Planet. And then you have these two planes. I don't think they really count. If any nation were to get aircraft comparable to this, it wouldn't really be a true addition. It's just more to spend, especially if they add in a later Yak. It almost seems like you're going to have to dump Lions in order to get to a later Yak, which I think there will be a later Yak. So this is kind of, in my opinion, it's putting down, and you're going to have to dump Lions in order to farm your way up. But the Yak-9P is a beast. These two are garbage jet aircraft, in my personal opinion. Feel free to make up your own opinions. But yeah, so this is the Russian patch currently. And there's going to be many patches and things will probably be remedied in the future. One can hope. I'm really looking forward to the economy model. What are you looking forward to? I'm Baron and I'm out. Yeah, so this is the map top of the world, and I'm not sure exactly where in the world inspired this. My guess would be maybe Norway, Sweden, you know, Russia, like Murmansk. I don't even know, like somewhere in the Baltic region, I'm guessing. But anyway, I'm going to have a brief discussion on Yak-9s in general, as we've seen the Yak-9T, and a lot of people don't really enjoy fighting it.